So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
And the man say one for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are two now.
In a Jeep.
In a Jeep. Then they are two.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
That one.
Black BG. Photo G.
Photo G.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papi, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question. Sorry.
You can judge people like you can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you. Sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, land looking, hi, looking. Then you want force another more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
For me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, they explain things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Adi, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Yeah. Okay.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges the Nima administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I have still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces never turned against resources. It's a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term. Testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but trusted and respected. Liberia is now regarded as the payload of democracy in West Africa and shining example to the world. This will only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of their political affiliation, for staying the course, helping build a stronger, more vibrant nation. As I step aside as president of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged in the politics of the country as the bearer, political leader of the coalition democratic CDC. In order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy, I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one nation indivisible with liberty and justice. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome the era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on preserving tenets of democracy and adhering to the law. God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who know the speech, in no one generation they carry by
I did not kill nobody in that country. I did not do anything. Only because you fear me. Everyone who said those four things on me, they shall never see peace. They will confess with their mouth. If I do it, I will never find peace as a young man. I will forever, not only me, my children will never find peace. If I ever did those things, excuse me, but if I did not do them, unless it's not going to heaven, unless I went today, I killed anybody. If I did not kill nobody in that country, I did not do anything. Only because you fear me, you fear my gate, and say this guy is a popular guy, let's destroy him. I will say to you, God created me, and I'm on my knees, and that's why I say what I am, and I pray to God every day. I say, God, unless there's not God in heaven, every single soul who makes me sacrifice me, and I say to them, unless there's not God, they will confess before they depart the earth. If they do not, they will never come. Your institution made the Liberian people to believe that people of were a walking murderer in this country. The reality of being found as a young man like you should be saying, where are the facts? We're going to 2 years. Where are the facts? Where are the victims? Those people that Koji quote-unquote murder, do they don't have family people? Why today? Not a single family person can come, because before they could not have come, because Koji was so quote-unquote so powerful. Cyrus, the real question should be, where is the evidence or the evidence from your government to say, look, yes, Koji, come and face me. All I'm asking for, I want to be free like you, Cyrus. And you ask me, say, the U.S. government lied? Let me tell you, Cyrus, the U.S. government says to you that the session is not a verdict. They say it is an opinion. We conducted it. You know what they say to you? They do not issue the session on you on fact. You know what they do? They say on credible sources. That's how they say to you. And that's why they don't use it in court. They say they don't use it in court. So your government now, what are you doing? We on session. The best Mr. Parker needs to do, he needs to help us now ask for the facts. All of our session and come and prosecute. We want to be prosecuted. The manufactured lies have been told against us. We want you people to come clean, bring those facts. And so that the people can see. Because often too, you don't want me to say power. Do you know the cross are there? Today, tell them I'm definitely not person that first. Not person of that another place. Do you know the statistics? That people mysterious killing go in your place? And you say that I say, oh yes, I'm grateful to God, Sarah. You don't want me to say that? Sarah, your name is not the one being married. You say you're green. You haven't been mayor, of course, Sarah. You haven't been mayor. So you're green, but you haven't gone through what the government could have done.
One more freedom, when they welcome me, they say they were freedom fighters. When they welcome me, they say they were labor.
The early morning rising of the sun does not determine the fairness of the day.
When they came,
Listen to this.
what kind of people they
The early morning rising of the sun does not determine the fairness of the day.
you freedom fighter, you
Not because you see the sun out in the coming shine, so
freedom fighter,
you leave in your house,
children.
you leave your rain boots behind, your raincoats, or maybe your umbrella or whatever that is supposed to protect you from the rain. Imagine I came in town this morning seeing the area looking sunny, dry this morning. But guess what? In some parts of Painesville and of course Johnsonville, there is a wet weather there this morning. It may not be as heavy as it normally is, but at least there is a wet weather there. What a way to say good morning. It's on the 15th day in the month of August 2025. The year is gradually winding down. What were your promises or promises you made to God on December 31? What were the resolutions?
What kind of people they so?
Did you plan to implement a project?
What kind of people they so?
Did you plan to reconcile with somebody?
Now you raping our women.
Did you plan
Killing our
maybe to have a child this year? You have to start working towards that.
country.
Whatever the case is, this year is winding down. Even for our government, promises made during campaign, at most part, should be implemented by now, so that at least you don't get questioned. Because trust us, between 2027, everything that you do, you will get questioned, and then we'll understand that it is politics. You're preparing for the campaign or preparing for the elections year. So all that you have to do what is right now. Live as if there is no tomorrow. When you always want to think that tomorrow exists, and you will have what you have today, you will have it tomorrow, then you start to fail. Many of those who fail are those who, whenever they get money, they always think that there is going to be a tomorrow, and they will have similar money that they have today. So because of that, let me use this on this other stuff, and tomorrow when I get our other one, I will use it on our other one, and that's how failure starts. I hope you will not be a failure. Tell yourself, say, I will not be a failure. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I will not be a failure. Promise, look in my face and tell me, say, I will not be a failure. Good morning, folks. Energetically, we are back here to climax the week's presentation of the Freedom Morning Rise. And of course, as usual on a Friday, the name is Hagar Ganda. And I'm pretty seated right here alongside Promise Babu. And together, we are going to ramble you through up to 10 o'clock this morning. Too many things to talk about. And then subsequently at 9:15, hopefully, we will be playing host to our LMDR's Executive Director, John Okoli. Too many things to talk about. The running of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative. And maybe some other things around the governance of our country. We could talk about these plus many others up to 10 o'clock. But guess what? The national chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Janga Augustus Cole, had a press conference, a major press conference on yesterday, and spoke on a wide range of issues, especially when it comes to the home of the CDC. And we said it here yesterday. Too many things. At least 4 persons. That is latest information. At least 4 persons, 4 young people or young individuals lost their lives. Or maybe 3 or so. But at least lost their lives in Seoul Clinic following the intake of a new narcotic substance on the block. Too many things happening to our country. Where did we go wrong? The cash giveaway is up and running this morning. You could be a thousandaire here this morning. So all that you have to do is to dial star 255 star 255 star 1 hash. And just for $200 Liberian dollars, you stand a chance to receive between 5,000 here up straight to 25,000. So all that you have to do, just use your Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money phone. At least you should have at least 200 or more on that, or 50 cents. It is $1 or more. At least you should have $1 or more on it. And then you dial star 255 star hash if you are using the button phone. But if you are using the smartphone, the Samsung, the iPhone, the whatever, you dial star 255 star 1 hash. Okay. The next question is going to be which currency you want to play from. And then you choose either your LD or your USD account, and you stand a chance right here to win cash prize of between 5 to 25,000 here this morning. Let's see between now to 8 o'clock, 8:15, if we can do it. The time is 11 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Between now to 8 o'clock, I want to give our first winner money. But if you can reach the threshold, we will do it. If you cannot, then we push the way that you reach the threshold. But the code is star 255 star 1 hash. Promise. Good morning.
Good morning, Hagar. Good morning to all the peace and loving people of Liberia. Good morning to Freedom FM followers. Good morning to our bosses. Good morning to each and every one of you who are always listening and watching us. Even to those who don't like us and the things that we say or do, we want to say good morning to you and thank you for always following. So this morning we have so many things to discuss, and as usual, we are going to give you a comprehensive analysis on things that are happening in the country. So stick and stay with us. Those of you that are on the Facebook page, keep your comments coming in as we will read your comments, and those who are watching also try to share the live.
So Crime Stoppers Liberia is properly associated with the Freedom Morning Rise right here. And of course, on today's edition, I want to say good morning to you, Omen CM Sion, and your team at Crime Stoppers Liberia. Thanks for the hard work. Thanks continuously for ensuring that Liberians can fight crimes from our community level. I need to visit the offices of our Crime Stoppers Liberia. Maybe I can do that since today is weekend. Yes, I can go weekend around there. And yeah, that's what. So maybe today I will be at the office of Crime Stoppers Liberia. But let's see, today we'll be giving out cash prize to many of our followers as well. So like I said, the time is 9 minutes up to 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock, hopefully, or 8:15, we can do our draw. But at least let's do it at 8 o'clock here to give money to our first batch of winners. So it is up to you. We could give you anything between 5,000 straight up to 25,000 here this morning. So you could play one time and win maybe 5,000, 10,000, 7,500, 15,000 or 25,000 here. So all that you have to do is just pick up your Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money phone and make sure that at least if you want to play only one time, you must have 200 on it. But the more you play, the better your chances are. And guess what? Today is the 15th. So just under 9 days from now, we'll be doing the Wings Liberia Cash Bonanza. So for all of you who have been playing from the start of this month, many of you who have won money, and some of you who have not won, you don't have to lose hope. You don't have to lose courage. If you've been playing from the start of the month up to where we are now, all of the times that you've played, if you've played 2-3 times every day, all of those times that you've played are going to be accumulated. They're going to be calculated, and they will put all together. So if you play 3 up to now, we're going to be calculating all, and all of you who have played, the highest will be given 10 each category. Like the bag of rice, I'm sure we're going to be giving out 20 persons one bag of 25 kg rice. So whether you've won before, you've won cash, or you now win cash, you don't have to worry. 20 persons will be walking away with 25 kg bag of rice. 10 persons going to be walking away with Kama 40, the latest Techno Kama 40. 10 persons going to be walking away with that, and 10 persons going to be walking away with 50-inch TV. Yes, 10 persons going to be walking away with 50-inch smart TV, and 5 persons going to be walking away with 100,000 each. Yes, 100,000 each. And then that is what it is. So all of the times you've played, maybe you've won, all you have to do just continue to step up. And so it's almost like a competition. So you don't have to wait before somebody come from behind and knock you down, because if you're supposed to win the 100,000, then somebody come from behind and knock you down, you could be winning the smart TV. Or if you're supposed to win the smart TV and somebody come from behind and knock you down, you could be winning the Techno Kama 40. If you're supposed to win the Kama 40 and you did not make effort, then somebody come from behind and knock you down, just that you're going to be winning just the 25 kg bag of rice. So it is up to you. And several other persons, I'm told, are going to be working over 10,000 each as well. So all that you have to do, all of the times you've played, they will count continuously. Just continue to play, continue to step up your game, continue to push forward to ensure that, yes, at least you can do something here. So the code for this morning is *255*. Yes, *255*, and then 1 hash for just 200 Liberian dollars. You stand a chance here to walk away with anything between 5,000 to 25,000 Liberian dollars. So we can take Crime Stop Us Liberia break, and then when we come back right here, we see whether we can do a draw if we've reached the threshold. If not, then we move to get something here this morning. But we won't give many of you money, and that's why we want to start it at 8 o'clock this morning. So let's take Crime Stop Us Liberia.
About musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk it. I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay. Crime Stoppers Liberia is proudly associated with the Freedom Morning Ras right here. And thanks to Old Man Sam Cyan and his team for always making sure that, yes, at least we can be able to speak to you about how important it is to contribute to stopping crimes. Yes, because when our communities are safe, then our country is guaranteed safety. But when people feel like, oh, the only way forward is you do something to me and payment there, we'll catch a road, catching the community will be and kill him. When you do it like that, then our country is not safe. Because somebody could be accused falsely, and then you join him, you kill that person for no reason. So it's important always to help to stop crimes. When you catch somebody, whether the person is confirmed to be a criminal, take him to the police station or take her to the police station and ensure that the law of our country can prevail instead of getting involved into mob justice. But it's good. So *255 *1#. If you are using the smartphone, you dial *255 *1##. But if you are using the button phone, you dial *255 *1#. And then just for $200 Liberian dollars right here, you stand a chance to receive 2 between 5,000 to 25,000 here this morning. So Promise can recognize our Facebook followers, and then when we come back, we start to maybe we can check. Then we do a draw, but it's up to you. Why Promise is reading the comments? You can just put in, and then wait after Promise, then we can do a draw. Who knows whether you could be the first winner here this morning? Let's recognize our Facebook followers.
All right, we have Peter one day. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following you from Crown Hill community. Thanks for the show always." We have Roland Swag. "Good morning, Freedom Radio Liberia. I'm watching from Johnsonville, Kangatown community." There's Junior Bikwa. "I'm watching live from Ganta City, Nima County. Thanks for the show." We have Bokari Sharif. "Good morning, Freedom FM family. Closely following the show from Nuku Town." Heron Tito Jr. "Good morning, my Freedom family. I'm following you up from my residence in Cowell. Thanks for the information to our country, Mama Liberia." Famuya M. Sharif, that's Salif. And he says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Bapolu County Electoral District number 1. I'm following from Broadville." There's Elijah May Kwame. He says, "Good morning from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. Thanks for the great job. God be with you guys. Amen." Yes, so we have Nathan Pay. He said, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching from Nizo community." We have Sapo King. "Good morning, Freedom FM family, watching from supermarket." We have Benito. That's Benito Happiness Con. "Good morning, Freedom family. Furniture's Junior Bar. I'm following from Nuku Town. Good morning. I am Asari Kone, watching from my home in St. Paul Bridge. Thanks for the show, President. Will come back to power in the name of Allah." We have Shedrick MCA. Say, "Good morning, Freedom family." We have Beatrice CA. "Good morning," following from St. Paul Bridge. D. Joseph Mayango. "Good morning to freedom fighters." Harrison L. God, "Forever Love." "Good morning from Complex City, Nima County." Daviso Kasobo, he says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. Good morning to the peace and loving people of Mama Liberia. I'm watching from Nuku Town, precisely Torwin community." We have Koji Bikin. "Good morning, Freedom family. I'm following from an unknown destination." Francis, "Good morning, folks. I'm cool, looking forward from my comfort zone, Cowell, New Georgia." Francis K. Cranberry writes. And this person says, "Good morning, Freedom Money Rise. I'm following from Omika community, Edwin Saka." Good morning, Edwin. Guanyalo, February Mountain. "I'm watching from Douala Market." And we have Stephen Fala Jr. "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching from Chicken Soup Factory." Abraham Swing, watching from my Chicken Soup Factory, Gulf. Abraham Une walk Gulf Umba. So we have Aaron Colley. He said, "Good morning, Freedom family. I'm watching from Lokintown SDA community." We have Abraham N. Addison. "Good morning, Freedom family. I'm following from Cowell." Let me take this time to appreciate you guys for the talking points this morning. Good morning. Sarah's Balo, that's Bablo. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm Sarah's Bablo, watching you from Canada." Good morning, Sarah's. We have Jeremy, that's Jeremy Dway, watching live. Good morning, Jeremy. We have our very own cash giveaway winner. That's James Lamy. The man know how to win. He says, good morning, Promise and Hagar. Good morning, Hagar, and Promise yourself. Okay. So we have Clarence Sampson, the U.S. Human Rights Report on this so-called rescue government is catching and damaging, despite multiple warnings that this report will be used and followed by sanctions. These misguided supporters of the administration continue to bluntly defend a government that is inflicting economic hardship and police brutality upon its people. So that was Clarence Sampson. Tommy Johnson says, good morning to all my beautiful Freedom FM family. Amara Jala Kamara. Good morning, Freedom Radio, Liberia. I'm following from Brussels as usual. Good morning. Prete K Sambul, that's Sombai. Sorry, that's Prete K Sombai. Says, good morning, Freedom Radio, Liberia. I'm watching from Mabanja residence. And we have Charles, that's Nima Charles. He say hi, friends. Hello, Charles. And you got Bobby Jadia. Good morning, Freedom family. I'm following from Satan resident. We have Asata and Miller. Good morning, Freedom Morning Rise family. I'm watching live from Soul Clinic community. So she's glad to be on the show. And we have Johnson Dolly. Good morning, guys. I'm watching from New Jersey residents. And we have Bernette Bretta Benson. Good morning, Freedom family. I'm watching from Johnsonville, Lee Hill community. So that's all we have this morning. Keep your comments coming in as we will read them out.
Okay, so just keep your comments coming and then invite others. Just continuously share the live so that others can be a part of it. So too many things to talk about this morning. We could narrow that down to just maybe, but I want to get this stuff out. So for many of you who did not listen to the press conference of the CDC yesterday that was addressed by its chairperson, Janga Augustus Cole, you can just give us a chance. So we will play out here. So you listen and then we have our take on it. So yes, we will do it, but we want to check to see that we can do a draw. So star 255 star. Yes, star 255 star 1 hash. If you are using the smartphone, star 255 star 1 hash. If you are using the button phone, I mean, for those of you using the smartphone, you can dial star 255 star 255 star. Yes, star 255 star 1 hash for the smartphone users, and then star 255 star for the button phone users right here. Then you stand a chance. But we want to do something here. We want to give out money to you. So let's do this quick and then come right back. That do on a bit of adjustment and come right back here. Crime Stoppers Liberia, proudly associated with the Freedom Morning Rise right here.
Shabba musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia, from the city to the interior. Let's give out money to some of our winners here this morning. Star 255 star 1 hash if you are using the button phone, and then star 255 star 1 hash if you are using the smartphone. So 693. Okay, so let's give out 6,000 to somebody. I told you between 5,000. So from 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, straight to 25,000 is what we have here this morning to give out. So all you have to do, just play, use $200 Liberian dollars, and that's star 255 star 1 hash. Then yes, good morning.
Yeah, Hagar, morning.
Morning. How did you know that he got here?
Man, I always monitoring you, man.
Oh, okay. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
Okay. So you play the cash game.
Play 4 times. I just play 4 times.
So you play 4 times. That is to say you use 100. Let's say 800 Liberian dollars.
Yeah.
So you use 800 Liberian dollars this morning. Check up on your phone. You've won for yourself 6,000.
Yeah.
You got it already?
I got it already.
Okay, so the 6,000 for you. You can continue to play. All long since we go in the month, you've been playing. Hello? You've been playing since we go in this month.
I've been playing since we got in the month. I've been playing from the onset of the program from last year.
So all of the times that you've played in this month and the ones you did this morning will add to the ones that you've done before. So you stand a chance on August 24th. You stand a chance to win for yourself cash prize of we got 7 other prizes. You could win the Camera 40. You could win 50-inch TV. You could win a back of rest. You could win 100,000 or maybe 10,000. So just continue to play. But your 6,000 is currently on your phone. Okay.
I've been receiving it already. Thank you.
All right, Chief. So that's why it is. It may not receive them already. So that's what it is right here. And then you can be a part of it. Star 255 star 1 hash. Star 255 star 1 hash. For those of you using the small button phone. And then star 255 star 1 hash for those of you using the smartphone right here. You stand a chance to receive anything between 5,000 to 25,000. So this guy won for himself 6,000, and you could be one of the winners. You could win 7,000, 8,000, or maybe 5,000 or whatever it is. But we got money here between 5,000 to 25,000. So it's up to you. You play and then you stand a chance to win. So let's see that we can bring on camera the press release or the press conference held yesterday by the chairperson of the CDC. Let's see, we can bring it on here for you, so you listen to him, hear what he said yesterday. Then we can have a take on it here, right here, this morning. Let's go for this. While we do so, continue to play. When we come back, we do another draw to give you money. But let's listen to Changa Augustus Cole, the chairperson of the Congress for Democratic Change.
Distinguished leaders of the party here present, members of the Fourth Estate, We have assembled here once again today to throw light on the troubling developments in Liberia as it pertains to what we see as the abuse of judicial discretions, which have the propensity to undermine the peace and stability of the country. I will proceed to read from our prepared text of a release. The Congress for Democratic Change reiterates its unwavering commitment to the rule of law. This is a principle it upholds critically as a former ruling party and a key stakeholder in Liberia's collective well-being. Over the last 1 year, the CDC has engaged in negotiations with the owners of the property hosting its national headquarters. The CDC has occupied the investor aim for more than 2 decades, for more than 20 years, to secure its budgets. These discussions culminated in a right of first refusal offered to the CDC in 2024, which the party duly accepted. However, when the CDC sought to conduct standard due diligence inquiries regarding the property, the landlord reacted with hostility, abruptly initiating an illegal evasion attempt through the civil law court at the Temple of Justice in 2024. The CDC, being duly cognizant of its rights under the law, challenged this illegal action by filing a bill of information with the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, which in May 2025 ruled in favor of the CDC, affirming its legal tenancy under the Intertech Estate of Matos Tobofi Benin, represented by Mr. Ibrahim Van Dempster. Following this ruling in favor of the CDC by the Supreme Court of Liberia, the CDC formally notified the estate of Matos Tobofi Benin of its readiness to exercise its right of first refusal, as previously offered and accepted. Instead of proceeding with the law CDC headquarters, the estate acted in bad faith, issuing a 1-week eviction notice to the CDC on June 2, 2025, demanding the CDC to vacate its headquarters of 20 years. This action violated the binding agreement of offer and acceptance between the two parties. In response, the CDC filed a suit for specific performance at the Civil Law Court, Temple of Justice, seeking judicial enforcement of the sale contract. Shockingly, presiding judge George W. Smith dismissed the CDC case for specific performance without hearing its mandate. Shockingly, the presiding judge George W. Smith dismissed the CDC case without hearing its mandate for further violating section 11.2D of Liberia's Civil Procedure Law. The same court and the same judge entertained a suit in summary proceeding for property recovery, while the CDC pending case remained at the same civil law court unresolved. The CDC motion to dismiss and a subsequent right of certiorari filed with the Chief of Justice, Her Honor C.N. Clinton Johnson, were both denied. These serious denials, without due consideration of the legal merits of the CDC case and arguments, constitute a gross abuse of judicial discretion, undermining the rule of law in the Republic of Liberia and threatening Liberia's democratic stability. The CDC has announced appeals to the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in both the speculative performance and summary proceeding cases. The bill of exceptions for these two cases have been duly prepared and approved by George Smith and the CDC team of legal experts is finalizing the appeal process at the Supreme Court of Liberia in line with the law in this jurisdiction. Additionally, the CDC takes a deeply troubling, the CDC takes notes of a deeply troubling directive in George Smith ruling, the unprecedented order mandating the Liberian National Police intervention. Rather than using the court sheriff in line with the laws and the practice in this jurisdiction. Because this is a civil property case. This departure from standard judicial procedure raises serious concern about judicial impartiality and the potential prejudice against the Congress for Democratic Change. While the CDC remains steadfast in its respect for the rule of law, it unequivocally condemns arbitrary judicial action and overreach that jeopardizes fairness as the party works toward a lawful resolution of this matter at the Honorable Supreme Court. It urges all partisans to remain calm and patient. In preparation for all contingencies, as we expect that the appeal at the Supreme Court will go either way, the CDC is in the process of making arrangement for an orderly transition to a new national headquarters in the event where all our legal options have been exhausted. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you listen to So yesterday, Abu and I started here behind this microphone. Fasting. The quote unquote notice of evasion or the rate of evasion, where the judge requested the support or the backing of the police in ensuring that they can evade the CDC from its headquarters in Congo Town. So when we had the opportunity to speak on that yesterday, I was blunt to tell you people that in a case like what it is with the CDC. Now, if Freedom FM, for example, is renting in this building, and then the owners of this building decide you either want to sell this place or you want to continue renting this place. Now, the law says the first line of conversation, especially when Freedom FM have stayed here for such a long time, like the CDC, over 20 years. If the Freedom FM have stayed long here, I would say in a way, the law says before you go out to look for somebody else to purchase this place or rent this place, you must firstly ask Freedom FM, are you still willing to continue renting this place, or do you want to purchase this place? If Freedom FM tells you no, then you can get out there to start and look for a new client, to look for somebody who is willing to either purchase or to either rent this place. And like you listen to the party chairman of the CDC, this has been a conversation. This has been a conversation between the CDC and the owners of the property there in Congo Town. The conversation has been going smoothly. Even during the time the CDC was in power, this conversation about purchasing this place has been going smoothly. The reason you see CDC did not rush in going to pay money or to finally purchase that place is not that the CDC don't have it. I see folks from the Unity Party running around and trying to, I said it yesterday, they're running around here trying to make this thing to appear like they and CDC are in the same, they are in the same league. No. It is something that you are getting wrong. The CDC, the current rigmarole between the CDC and the owners of the party, the property that is hosting the party, is not about default in payment of rents. No, it is not about that. It is not about the CDC's failure to take care of the place or maybe not paying the rent for that place. That's not it. CDC have developed that place with over millions of dollars worth of investment. Now, the CDC, as we are informed, got a rent in advance. The owners of that place owing now, they owing the CDC. If they are to evade the CDC today, they owing the CDC and they should be reimbursing the CDC. So that is quite different from what happened in Congo Town involving the Unity Party and their former landlords. The Unity Party could not afford, even after they spent 12 years in government, they could not afford, even when their then standard bearer or the current president was former vice president that was the standard bearer of the Unity Party. When the Unity Party had people that quote unquote said they got money, people who worked in the first Unity Party government for 12 years, when the Unity Party had these people around, they still could not pay rent. So the Unity Party was evicted out of the Congo Town property because of their inability to pay rent. Yes. The Unity Party was evicted because of their inability to pay rent. So their case is different from what the CDC is going through. What the CDC is currently going through, I can only describe it as a political witch hunt that started by the Bouakai regime and is continuously going on. So the Unity Party, being challenged with the governance system of our country, is not interested in improving the living conditions of Liberians. No. The Unity Party, as we speak, as we speak, residents of Virginia are complaining and crying over bad road condition, over the bad road condition of the Virginia road, or not just Virginia, but other parts of Monrovia and outside of this Monserrado. There are citizens who are unable to commute because of bad roads. The government, even when they promised that they were bringing 285 pieces of yellow machines to settle the model road or the road condition of the country during this rainy season, the government is not interested in that. They are not explaining to us how far have we gone with the procurement of the yellow machines that was first expected to be given to the government free as goodwill from the quote-unquote president friend. The United Party is not they are not involved into explaining to Liberians how the 22 million that was given to the Public Works Ministry, how it was used, when Liberians are still challenged with bad roads, even when the United Party said they rehabilitated roads. Go today from Broadway store, going to Swim Mecca, getting to Bapolusa. Today, Liberians cannot commute on that road easily. Motorbikes, I don't know what people can use there. Oh, you want me to show you the video where people cleaning the road with like the car boss are cleaning the mud from the road so their car can have easy access? All of these things are not of concern to the United Party, but because the United Party want to make it appear like they and the CDC are in the same league, or say we were put out from our party headquarters, then let the CDC be put out of the party headquarters. So the only reason you see them doing what they are doing is because they want to portray that in the public. They want that mindset to hit the public. So they are not involved with transforming the living conditions of the people, but instead they are putting words in the ears of the owners of the properties hosting the CDC, making huge promise that take the place from the CDC. Will purchase it this amount, will purchase it 10 million. Because the guy said he was selling the area of the CDC for 3 million. That's what I heard. They want a place. Yeah, that place. They say they won't. Imagine that place. They say they won't give it out for 3 million. So the CDC is not even pressured by that money business, another issue. But the CDC had this issue that since this case is between two parties, and any sound person would do it. Since the case is between two parties, the best we do, we let the people go to court, that they run the case. Anybody that will win the case, then we can come and purchase the property from that person. Because we don't want to, even myself here, when I want to go buy land today, I buy the land, especially from conflicting partners, from two parties that are fighting over the land. Then I go buy the land. After a few months, then I'm forced to go to court. So the CDC could not go to pay money, and then after maybe I pay to promise, then promise, and maybe baby boy go to court, right? Then baby boy win the case from or promise. So you know what's going to be happening? I'm going to either choose to again rebuy. How so I am that promise is going to pay my money? Or baby boy is going to pay my money? So I will either choose to rebuy or I decide to leave. So whatever the case is, it is not going to be in my interest. So the CDC said, since this case is in court, let's give it a chance. When the court decide on who is the owner of this property, and then we can start or continue this negotiation with the real owners of the property. And then from there, we can know what next. Blue, Baga government came in for elective CDC from that party headquarters. To don't give that place to CDC. In fact, we give you a job. They are promising, I think, 4 or 5 persons from the families of the property owner. I think 4 to 5 persons. So if you got a property, you got the opportunity to give us 4 or 5 names to appoint in government. So not just that we buy that place 9 to 10 million, But we'll also give you you also give us 5 names for them to work in the government. They will take the lucrative salary. So that is the fight that the Unity Party fighting. Our country money is expected to go only because Unity Party want to prove a point. Unity Party feel like when CDC is out of that party headquarters, it means CDC is dead. And like others have said, the CDC, even the church, the church, the building is not the one that make the church. No. The school, the building is not the one that make the school. The same with the CDC. We can see church owners can leave from maybe Brewerville and decide to come and build a church in Painesville. And church members from Brewerville will still follow that church and come to Painesville they will come for service. That's how you can see us. We can be asking some people, oh, you can move around and go, where over there to church? That's the church. They are the church. So even if CDC decided would take the party headquarters from here and carry in Gbapolu, the day CDC is launching campaign, Liberians will leave from Mosorado to go Gbapolu to go launch. If CDC decided they want to take the party headquarters from Congo Town to carry in Grand Crew or even in my county Nimba or maybe Grand Bassa, the day the CDC is having occasion, Liberian supporters of the CDC will decide to follow. They will not care to know where the party headquarters is. So that entire thing that when we take the CDC from Congo Town, we've killed them. When we take the CDC from Congo Town, we've killed them. And in fact, the good news is CDC is not even going to leave from Congo Town. So even if they can leave from where they are currently, CDC is not going to leave from Congo Town. Mark this. And if you think when CDC leave from over there, they're going maybe in a village where car can reach, that's a blatant lie. The CDC is going to stay right within that same perimeter, that same car road that CDC can be to their party headquarters and see the quota. That the same way when CDC leave from where they are, their new home, that where you will find them. So what I think you're doing with people from here, you take CDC from here, you will still find CDC. Let me say this to you. Between the how you call it, the Boulevard Junction, I'm only saying this to you. Between the Boulevard, it's up to you now to start looking for where you find it. Between the Boulevard Junction to how you call it, car wash, Oro, you will still find CDC between there. Right between there, the same distance from the road, you'll find CDC between there. So if CDC tells you they're going to pay a new party headquarters, they're not going to pay in Grand Crew, they're going to pay in Sino, they're going to pay in Rewaji, or they're not going to pay in Gbapolu. They will build it right on the same road, right between the same place I just mentioned. So that you're fighting losing battle. In fact, you're even making seditions to get re-energized. That's what it is. You are making seditions to get re-energized. Because today, if CDC just announced that we are commencing the work for our new home, there are Masoners who are seditionists. They will decide that they will come there and work free. The OOMA will decide that they will come and cook. They themselves could choose to collect food for the workers. They could decide to draw water. They will decide to buy blocks. They will decide to tow blocks, tow bag of cement, mix it, and ensure that the CDC have a new home. So all that thing you're doing, you just want the CDC to show your weakness. Because when you give them the chance to come outside, the government will be disappointed. They will be discouraged now. They will not even work. Because even the very Unity Party people that supported you, that today you not get time for them, the man married, that you hold her money, you stuff it. You took that poor woman, you took her money. The last time Bwaka went to that lady house, in Broadville. Baka walk out of that woman's house with $75,000 US. Oh yes, you want to challenge it? Then we'll bring pictures and things. The last time that Baka went to Marie house, he walked out of that lady house with $75,000. But since Baka got inaugurated as president, no, Baka and woman can't speak to her again. So even woman like Marie will bring people to tow blocks, will bring people to draw water, will bring people to cook, will bring people to help to build the CDC home. Why you continue to fight? Why can't you focus on the real issue, the reasons for which Liberians voted you? You are running out of time. The CDC could go to an election without a political home, and they could still emerge as winners of that election. The CDC could choose that we're not getting party headquarters. The CDC could decide that since we're launching campaign today, let's meet on the road, any part of the road. You will not get traffic moving. CDCians will still go there. So why not focus on the bread and butter issue of the Liberian people? Why not focus on the promise you made to bring 285 pieces of yellow machines? Why not focus on the 22 million you use on roads that we can't see the road? Why not focus on the pavement or why can't focus on the rehabilitation of those roads? Instead of thinking that you can just continuously fight the CDC, why are you showing your own weakness? We'll be doing a job very shortly to give money to somebody else. *255*1#. We'll do it maybe before 8:50. The time is 8:42. So very shortly we do our job, and then we continue. So all you have to do for just 200, you dial *255*1#. If you are using the button phone and then *255*1#. We could be giving money out to somebody very shortly. So you need to focus more on the real issues. So now the Unity Party is trying to use, not even trying, but the Unity Party is using the code. You listen to the party chairman. So you listen to the party chairman. Conversations between the owners of that place and the CDC were progressing well until the inception of the Buakai's administration. And they saw it as their achievement when they go to fight the CDC. So they started manipulating the minds of the owners of the property, bringing out lucrative offers from our country's cover. Positions that should be given to Liberians qualified, no matter who you are, where you're from. They are giving it out now just to get the headquarters of the CDC. This is it. Where you stand to benefit. So the CDC carry issue before the court. The court did not look in that issue. They left it undone. And then of similar issue or similar suit with regards to that same case was prioritized over the legal request of the CDC. This is it for you and I promise. You can have your take, then we'll come and do draw. And then pick us while we are waiting to see whether we can have our guest here if it is possible.
We are in a country where people prioritize getting back at each other than the welfare of the Liberian people. That's the kind of country we are in right now. So we don't have to sit here to talk things that will favor you. We don't have to say things that will be sweet to your ears or things you want to hear. But instead of the entire government focusing on making the CDC homeless, I think it is better we rather focus on things that matters. Because we had the the human rights report coming up, and then instead of these same people talking on how to handle these things, they are there saying they are there focused on making CDC to lose their supplementary. So I'm saying this goes to CDC. If you being at that place, if you being at capital, that capital of Congo town, opposite Lone Star, is the hold on to Liberia being better. Can you please leave the people's property so this country can be developed, so this country can be better, so this country can be rescued? Because we have come to see that it is because you are situated over there. That's the reason that we are having died all on the streets. We have come to see because you are situated over there, that's the reason the youth are unemployed. We are also seeing that because you are occupying that very property is one of the reasons that this government is failing on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. How the rules
so if it is you that is holding the development, the betterment of this country, we are appealing with you to please leave the people's property. So President Boakai and his government, his people who are following him, their partisans can develop this country. Because we have seen that everybody's minds have been shifted from the actual story to running to CDC. Every time I come on this radio, I continue to say it. Every time I come on this radio, I continue to say it. And I will say it again. The CDC-led government failed the Liberian people. That is the reason they were voted out. The CDC-led government failed us, and that is the reason you came to rescue us. So instead of you prioritizing yourself with CDC losing their party headquarters because you did, let us focus on the issue that is affecting the Liberian people. Let us focus on how to eradicate drugs in our country. People are dying on a daily basis. Let us focus on bringing more employment in this country. We have so many people who supported you that are jobless. Let us focus on how we can have parents paying their children's school fees, how we can have fathers paying their rent. What can we do that Liberians will be beneficiaries of their own country's investment? What can we do? Instead of us just out there, instead of us sticking to the topic, we are there thinking how CDC will fail, how many people will leave CDC, how CDC has nothing to do with this country right now. You cannot change the fact that CDC is one of Liberia's biggest opposition party. You cannot change it. You have so many people that are still loyal to that particular party. That cannot be changed.
Not the one I can hear a minute.
It cannot be changed. So instead of us just focusing on how can this party go down the drain, let us come back to reality. We are living in politics. Let us leave politics and come back to reality. We cannot come out here and be just circulating around things that will not benefit this country. It will not benefit this country. And we will just sit here, we just be causing noise on the internet. Okay, they're moving in from there. They're evading them. The evasion was to be, I think, the day when the release was sent in, that or evasion, the day after. We are yet to see it.
According to Janga Kura evasion, that same thing was said last year.
Yeah. We are yet to see it. So you cannot just be running with things that will not benefit us. I see people who are not even benefiting for anything. The companies, the jobs, the roles are supposed to be fixed. They are not even benefiting from anything. I see them coming up. Yeah, let remove them from there. They supplementary. If CDC don't want to leave that place because of the supplementary, let us just go out there and find supplementary seats. Your planet to where you will be. Since I just a tree.
I saw somebody posted something on Facebook. They say, yeah, we agree. CDC coming move from Congo Town go to Basmo.
So
it's actually funny, but it's serious. CDC is about to leave from Congo Town, whatever the case is. And the thing is, let me say this to you. The CDC had been fighting to leave willingly from that property. Maybe many of you don't understand. You all know that one. The CDC has just been waiting for the right time. Somebody say, why are you posting the picture at the right time? They're posting the picture this time. The CDC had been fighting to leave that place, but you know what they want? We want clear our names. We want clear this issue so that people don't feel like the CDC is leaving from here because of this. But trust us, even if the case like the CDC have said, the Karen said they will go back to court. If that case go to court and even the CDC win that case, once they've made up their mind to leave from that place, they will leave from there. And I can always tell people this: once you're in Moravia here or you're living on this earth, you don't get your own house. You can leave from where you live at any time. You can even go pay 5 years rent in advance. Let me say this to you. I was living to a place where I paid 3 years in advance. And then I did not even go a year, 8 months. And after the elections, because the person who got that place was a Unity Party, man, you know the way that minds is clouded with that kind of thing. He started feeling uncomfortable, especially when things started going from the initial stage. Started feeling uncomfortable with my presence and all of that. I started bringing in some bureaucracy. So I left. And I can say this. For whatever reason, until you can build your own place, a just a married woman or a just a woman, once you're not married, or man, once you're not married, you always get boyfriend, you get boyfriend. Because when you get somebody today, when you marry that person, it is legal. So if that person will leave, even if you decide that you won't go nowhere, that person, once you're legally bounded, that one at least it's clear that you're own there. But once you're not married, that makes you decide anytime go anywhere. You continue to get different boyfriend, you get different girlfriend. So long you not get your own house, so long you not get your own car, Tesla driver will decide that you're sitting 4 in cars or you're sitting 3. So long the CDC, like the Unity Party that spent 12 years in power, not get their own home, even if they leave from here and decide that they want to build somewhere, they want to build their own place, they go to rent another place, that person will still get tired. One day will tell them to leave. So the time is now, and the time is right for the CDC to be able to build its own headquarters. Yeah, it is. Let the CDC build its own headquarters. At least now that the pressure is behind the party, when the partisans themselves feel re-energized to take this initiative, this is the time for the CDC to build its own headquarters. This is it. So that running, you're running around, you're fainting, you're doing the one, CDC will move, CDC will. The human rights, the thing about these guys, they can add, they're so smart. The human rights report came out. While we were digesting that report, the court, they went to the court. The court brought out other one to quench that entire conversation about the human rights, that entire human rights conversation. So whenever there is a flop from the Unity Party, whenever there is a hardcore flop, what that will require the attention of the citizens. Once they see that the citizens' attention moving towards that, they will look for something to try to quench it. They wanted to quench the human rights report with that thing, with that issue about CDC's evasion, and they also want to quench the death of the Minister of State and how they have started to fight among themselves for that position. They want to quench all of that because now they feel like seditionists who are the major opposition members, or the CDC that is the major opposition political party in the country, is going to be more focused on their headquarters issue, and they will not have conversation on the internal fight that is ongoing for the position of the Minister of State, on how the family of the minister, the fallen minister, have refused to allow the body to be buried in Liberia. All that one, CDC won't take our minds from it. They won't take our minds from the extrajudicial killings. that the UN Human Rights Report spoke about, government officials that were mentioned that are expected to be sanctioned, they won't take our mind from on it because they feel they are too open, they are too smart. Citizens should not be giving these people credence. If the party headquarters building that to court, you get lawyers. Let the lawyers be running behind that case to court. The day they say they want it, that they can't take it. The real issue here is the UN Human Rights Report on our country for 2024. The real issue here is Liberians are going to bed hungry. The real issue here is 30 minutes of rain can cause traffic congestion in several parts of Montserrat. The real issue here is places that they use 22 million, quote unquote, to fix. Those places can get deplorable when 30 minutes of rainfall. These are the real issues. Why are last city, unity party be pushing your own party headquarters beneath then all of your sit on your mind, you're taking your put it on party headquarters beneath. Many of you not get your own houses. Your landlord can put you outside anytime they won't put you outside. Even when you still got months left, they could choose that they won't increase their rent. They could choose that they won't put you outside. So why I'm making it look like there are not issues for all to discuss. There are issues.
So they it's not like they are not saying the issue, right? They are saying the issue. So what they intended that whole day was after the report came out, the human rights report, as soon as that report came out, within 2 hours, they played that politics to bring down that whole report and started with the evasion issues. But that was not it. So the opposition party too came in with the blueprint, and then everybody just started going on AR and started bringing out blueprint. But this is it. You cannot come to power with hate and want to rule with hate. So all of the things that are happening right now, is it that we're going to expect when this government is no longer into power, all of the things that they are doing to those who they said supported another political party should be done to them? No, because we are all Liberians. We are to benefit from this country. So right now, the government came to power and then they started putting people down and this and that. You can even see from the human rights report of the people that was dismissed from the MCC, only because they didn't go along or they criticized the government, right? Because they criticized the government. So if we will be having that, every time, you know how many people, if the next government comes to power, you know how many people they will have to lay off? If you cannot have people disagreeing to you, you will not do better. You will not do better. The government the president told us that the country is hard. But the people on Class Reloaded said the country is okay, Liberia is stable, though the Liberian people are complaining of the hardship, the joblessness, and all of the things that are bringing this government name to the mud. But the government is still saying that everything is okay, which is bad. You cannot leave the issue and start to play politics when you are in the chair. Right now, this government owe us a better living. This government owe us a good road, and we need all of these things. The place they broke down around the Concord Town area there, sorry, the place they broke down. You see that place? The place is dirty. The place is dirty. The place they said they were going to do the overhead bridge. The place is dirty. So it was better that people continue living there and the place be okay than that place being like that. At times we wonder, what is it that the MCC boss is doing? Because the whole country is dirty. These are things that the past regime was removed for. Because they said, Jefferson Koji said that he's not Dompa Hero. So we have our very pretty boy, Dompa Hero. Why is it that the country is still dirty? Why are we not looking at what's happening, but we are just bent on bringing a specific political party down? Anybody who talk against or talk on the ills of this government, you you are labeled as a sedition because you talk against the things that the government is doing that is affecting the people. That's not it. All of us cannot just sit there and start praising this government, knowing that the government is not doing anything. The government is not doing anything, but we just say there we should praise the government. We should praise the government. Right? So we cannot just do that. You come out here, you want to bring a specific political party down, and you forget that the country needs you to be its head. I think you are bringing yourself down. Because next year will be 2026. Though the government promised us in 100 days better roads, but next year will be 2026. And we have people at Virginia who are suffering for roads. You coming down Basel community, getting Kent Johnson Road, Basel community and Capitol Hill intersection. When Keke lay with you to that place, you'll feel you coming for. It is bad. The road are leading to the mansion. We have so many people that's living there. You can even attest to it. Those of you that are listening to the radio, people can attest to it. The road is bad. The Nippo Street Road, that road is bad. So I'm not going to talk about the rural area because I'm not there. I'm not there. Places that I've been, like when you go in Cape Mount, Bombing Highway Road, it is bad to the extent when you leave that road, your whole body can be hurting. So what was the 22 million used for if these roads are still in the same bad condition? Should we leave the roads issue and be thinking how a political party will be evicted? Should we leave the health sector, how people are not getting the proper treatment, and be discussing where the people carrying a cyclamen tree? Should we leave the schools being in bad conditions and be thinking on how, because the only topic here is CDC is not coming back. That's not it. Even if they will come back, if they won't, that's not it. Right now, is the rescue government rescuing us and giving us all of these things that was promised during the campaign. So we are not taking that. Let us work on the human rights report, and you people can improve from there. Seeing journalists not having freedom of speech. If you want to work with the executive mansion, you want to continue covering stories, just know that you're only going to cover the story that Kula wants you to cover.
Mm-hmm. What I want is not important to them.
They're seeing it.
So, folks, *255*1#. If you are using the button phone, *255*1#. We want to give money out, but we need a few more persons and we'll reach the threshold. But let's be calls on 0776 104 104. 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. Let's be calls between now to 8:15, and then we can usher in the executive director of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative.
So those of you that are on Facebook,
I'm also hearing that the families of the former the former president Samuel K. Doe Jr. Have been making efforts to get to the Boakai government or to get to the president himself. Mind you, after that showmanship of reburial, after they used a huge sum of money on purchasing casket and going to Grand Jita to marry Mick, after they spent that huge money, the man they went to rebury and his woman, the man and the woman they went to rebury, their son that is bearing the man name, Samuel Kyan Doe Jr., is seriously sick, and we are told he needs kidney transplant. So they've been making efforts. The family have been making efforts to get to the president and his government, but now they don't get interest. They want him, God forbid, die. Then they go rebury. The same way they did it to the woman, she herself, let's say her daughter go play politics and all of that. Now Samuel K. Doe Jr. needs kidney transplant. They've made efforts. They've been making efforts to get to the president, but nobody giving an yes at this stage. Like after you go show, you see, you go rebury. Now this is where we are. Let's speak few calls on this topic. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers. You can call us on right here and be a part of the conversation this morning. And then we'll do a draw before we can usher in our guest. That is if we can reach the threshold, but it's up to you. For just $200 Liberian dollars, you stand a chance to receive 25,000, 10,000, 7,500, and whatever right here this morning. Star 255 star 1 hash. Good morning.
Yeah, I need Moses from
Go ahead, Mo.
I am clear.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, the political party didn't actually for the party is just you know, loving CDC, I would say that way. Yeah, I wasn't just saying. No, to see that there's no CDC again. The army are still. I won't interest there.
Morning. Oh, yeah, I'm D-Table calling from District 17.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for the program. We are following. You know, my disappointment to this government, I strongly believe that the Liberian people elected this government for change, for development, and for transparency and so forth. But the shocking surprise is like these guys got in power to fight CDC and their official. Because what we should be discussing is about the new roads, dedication of new hospital, new school building. We're talking about repairing, we're talking about building like the way George Weah were doing. But we are not hearing it, we are not seeing it. Every day that break, that CDC official is chasing. When they still enough money, you don't hear Gregor Kuma carrying police to arrest and no. When the only thing president can do is suspend. When they do any criminal thing, you don't hear the chief justice speaking. But soon as it comes to CDC and their official, so it clearly it was the mind and the understanding that this government is in power, not for the Liberian people, but to fight CDC and its official. And let me tell the UPs and the Bwaka, no matter what you people do, you say you want to destroy CDC. Certain things you foolish into it. That you walk away already to the grave, that you want to destroy the party.
No, you
don't say that. Lord John Weah is alive. This party will live on. No matter how intimidation you give them, no matter how many disgrace you see you bring on them, you will be surprised. They will win you 2049. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
So those of you that are on Facebook, you can send in your comments on the topic. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. And let me say good morning to my dear brother.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Hussein.
Hussein, go ahead.
Hussein Keu. I call from District 11 in Bigfield. So, let me say this. My sister, you said you went in the western part of Liberia. And thankfully, you didn't even mention that you're going to southeast. But in fact, it's not bombing a Babalu. That corridor, you just have.
You said
you said what?
I should what?
You said something.
Thankfully you said, right? Thankfully you said you haven't been to the southeast.
Yeah.
Now you're discussing the western part of Liberia. That is Kitma bombing in Babalu.
Yeah.
I'm here for Kitma.
Okay.
I go to Kitma, I go to bombing in Babalu. So if you say on this platform that when you sit in the car, I don't know which of the guys you used to go to get my
Hussein, I would not like the kind of thing. Mommy, I told you, my friend. Hussein, I come in. Listen to me, brother. I always told you this. We've talked behind the scene. I've said it to you, you my friend. But when it reached to the point where now you start to betray our friendship with insincerity, then I would not take it. I come in. You cannot be telling me here that Bapolu Road is better when I got videos of people or using shovel to clean mud from the road before car can pass. Let me pick somebody else. Take me from the line. Morning, David King. Good morning. Morning, David.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Go ahead.
Guys, you see, the whole CDC headquarters issue, I think we need to put that conversation behind us because, CDC as an institution, we know what the United Parties Chamber are doing. And they have done that successfully since they came to power. Which one? Political which one? I mean, these are things that are indicated in the United Nations, but the Security Council report. Things that the government have been doing that have not been fine, and they brought that to the spotlight. But I feel sorry for some of the young people that are in the United Party trying to destroy their own life. Because you see, Fufana, that young woman, she'll be very young. All of them are me on our people. You need that guy with a TV David Kumo. That man will be very young.
Okay.
Any got a children that women children but they get a causing problem. They will live here, all of them will be very young. Now one of them, Josiah Jogo, all of them will be very young.
All right,
So
David.
they brought the CDC headquarters building out as a distraction, so we cannot sit here to discuss the damaging people that have come out on Latino. They ran with the CDC thing and they discussing all what it is.
All right,
We are
David.
going to go. We are going to go.
Okay, David. Thank you, David.
Morning.
Let's talk to somebody else who want to do our job before we bring in our
Good
guest.
morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Morning, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really excited to thank you, my family.
Yeah.
Thank you for the program this morning. I want to thank FM, Freedom FM family, and King FM family because I think that really want to do the human rights report on Liberia because everything that is put on the station is here against the government. So thank God Freedom FM and King FM doing the human rights report. And to the party headquarters, to see you lose our party headquarters, we will make sure anyone that wants to get that big, nothing will leave on the ground, anyone below the CDC will be destroyed because of the party headquarters.
Okay. Thank you. At least when you're happy, now then Liberia will transform. Let's talk to somebody else. *255*1#. Walk away from your radio. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Okay. *255*1#. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Okay.
Okay, my name is Chief Wade, and I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 60, Nikuta. Hagar, let me tell the Liberian people and Unity Partisans. The CDC even leave their party headquarters. Yeah, it will not solve the problem of the Liberian people. It has no negative or positive impact on the Liberian people condition that they are living now under this Jose Yuma so-called rescue government. You understand me? You know what happened? What brought the suspension of the national identification card? That now is forced. It is because of corruption. Joseph Bada was elected that his government was seeking, kickback from the company that was supposed to do the printing. So you want to find out what's going on. Somebody gets in on it. And what brought the suspension? These are the things we're supposed to be discussing. Other people were killed in King George. What is the outcome of those that died from the shooting of the police? It's what we're supposed to discuss. What happened for the money that been coming from Metal Steel, from Western Cross and all the things that's supposed to develop the country? Where the money going is what we're supposed to discuss. What is going on with police brutality? These are the things we're supposed to discuss.
All right.
Yeah, what happened to the recent report, the human rights abuse report that came from the international community? These are the things we're supposed to that will be the cause that investors will be scared away that they will not come in the country to invest for our people to get jobs to do. These are the things we're supposed to discuss. Not CDC party headquarters.
Okay. Thank you so kindly. Let's take Crime Stoppers break. When we come back, we'll do our draw right here. Our guest is with us. Then we can pick him up this morning. We got with us here. But when we come back, we'll do better introduction. Then we can kickstart our conversation right here. Let's take Crime Stoppers Liberia, proudly associated with the Freedom Money Ras. *255*1# if you are using the button phone, or *255*1# if you are using the smartphone. For just 200, you stand a chance to receive up to 25,000 here this morning.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands, call the real authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. And I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see a don't keep it, you must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia, proudly associated with the Freedom Morning Rise right here. Chief, you want to use the headphone? But let's give money to somebody here, and then we come back. We got with us our guest already, who is seated with us in the studio. Then we can move on. We can move on. It's going to be for every time that I've had the opportunity to interview the executive director of the LMDI, has been an interesting conversation. The last time I can remember, he and I spoke. That was then during the WIA's administration. He dealt with WIA. In fact, before he deal with you, he can tell you, say, this person is my friend. When you hear him telling you, say, this person is my friend, no, you know that he's coming to erect the necessary checkpoint, especially when he believes that you are doing the wrong thing. So he's here. We'll talk to him just shortly. And this conversation is going to be an interesting conversation. So maybe somebody can invite Honorable Dillon to follow. He's not going to, somebody can invite Dillon to follow, because he could be speaking on Dillon's respond to him, because he spoke earlier, Senator Dillon spoke. And yes, but he's somebody who said yes. But let's give money to somebody firstly, then we can get to our guest right here. *255*. 1# is the code, or *255*1# if you are using the smartphone. And then yes, you still have a chance to receive cash prize of up to 25,000 here this morning. Let's give this to somebody right here this morning. Then we can continue to do some. Maybe at 9:30 we can do another, but when we are having our conversation, just continue to do so. Play, and then we can. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. This is Higa. I'm here with Promise, and we are calling you from Freedom FM.
Okay. Samuel Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, you played the cash giveaway this morning?
Yeah.
How many times you did so?
5 times.
5 times. So that is to say you use $1,000.
Yeah.
Check up on your phone, you receive $5,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow, thank you. Thank God.
All right, Chief. Okay. *255*. You can be like him and others who have won here. *255*1# is the code. Then yes, you stand a chance to receive up to 25,000 here. So like we promised you this morning, we got with us here in studio the executive director of the Liberian Media for Democratic Initiative, an organization that has been involved in conducting debates for students across our country. They've also been involved into conducting it's quizzing for the students, right? And then debates for not yet. So yes, you can.
All right, now I can hear myself.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so they've been conducting quizzing competitions for students from various high schools across the country, and then the debates for people who have vowed to serve our country, many of whom have won elections before, as to whether they are living up to what they said when he had them as his guests on his debate programs and all of that. And you know, the Duke Halls debate you normally hear about.
Right.
Whenever John O'Qualley is the executive director of the media, the Liberian Media for Democratic Initiative. Chief, good morning. It's a pleasure. Welcome.
I'm happy to join you in your good studio. Thank you very much for the work you do.
Thank you. I'm sure this is your first time.
It is indeed my first time, and I'm impressed with what you have. Okay. Good thing to do. And to serve Liberia is an honor, as always. I like to normally say we can serve from our various spheres, from our corners, not necessarily in one sector of the country, as it were.
How is the Liberian Media for Democratic Initiative now?
You should be the judge, though, not me. But again, in our common adage in Liberia, Fantiwo can say Buni Ratendo. So I'm good. We are good. I think we are doing good. Not as good as you could be, because we are a group that will do a lot of public service outdoor, which costs a lot of money. We are not getting it anymore.
People believe that you're getting money from all of those things that you're doing. I'm one person who believes that you're one of the richest in the country.
I hope to be rich. Interesting, I don't have a bank account personally. That's interesting to you. Riches, yes. In the sense I'm wealthy because I've got equipment to serve the country. How much money do you need to live? If in the sense of money, I don't have it, but I have the capacity and fully equipped to work for Liberia, and I'm happy to do what I do. But we are in trouble because a lot of the support came from groups like USAID.
Okay.
The debates we were doing, we were spending half of the money on our own. How I make the money, I don't know myself. And then USAID was helping us to do the other half. In some instances, most of the debates in Liberia were purely sponsored by me.
Okay.
Interestingly. And my organization. But now USAID used to also help with half of that in some instances. Some debates they would support, some they would not, and we'll move on and do them across the country. Huge movement of vehicles, a lot of logistics required, workers paid, communities, Liberian communities are so terrible now that everything they want money, interest.
No volunteers.
So clean their own roads, but we made it like that. You know, when the Ellen government brought in a lot of international NGOs that came here and paid people for everything. So to even ask people to come for the debate, they tell you, will you pay me? This is interesting. I was in Butu a few days ago, and there was imagination by the community that to come and meet their own people, you need to pay them. I was like, really?
Wow.
So, and then I had spent in excess of $2,000-3,000 to go to Butu with nobody's dime in US dollars. And somebody's imagining that I'm supposed to pay them to come and sit. Sometimes even the candidates imagine you should pay them to go and promote themselves in a way.
Not many of the candidates you invited.
We invited all 10. 3 of them attended.
Okay.
And one of the people who attended, I understand, has won the election, Kwagru, Koto. And so the other 2 who attended were Balie, the other leading contender. It was actually between the both of them. And then there's another guy, well, I'll get his name. And the third, Mambia. Mambia attended a good debate. It was beautiful. Then got routed in the end because there was no way to control the crowd in terms of, because Butu has a Palava Hut, which is open air, and there's no way to restrict people from coming in because it's open air. It's open air hall. It's good, but then you cannot control the crowd. So, and then Butu's got problem with security. I understand the police is under-deployed at Butu from the people. This is not my saying. Normally, this country is so routed now that everything you say is politicized. I'm not a politician. I'm a supporter of politics, but I'm not a conventional politician as it were. So Everything you say here, they politicize. For example, I said a few days ago that the politicians were intruding into our profession, journalism, and it's become so bad. Of course, the media people are usually responsible too. We take a lot of sides. And then one politician came after me, usually politicizing everything. Once you are not for them, you are for the other guy. This is their imagination. And they don't want you to,
even when you are,
they don't want you to befriend the other guy just because they are fighting. And I tell them, but you and the man people got nothing to do with me. You and Joshua are fighting, got nothing to do with me. That's your battle. You know why you're fighting. You want to be president, you want to be senator, you want to be, I don't want to be anything. All I'm trying to do here is to tell you, look, your actions will, and you know, when they don't listen until they leave power. When they leave power, then they say, oh, you were talking. I mean, for example, I used to be a good little friend to Koigi and all these guys before the election. Koigi took power and never spoke to me until after 6 years. He refused my call. He didn't talk to me. That day before, the Koigi called me because he imagines I'm in beef with Delona and Delona, he ended my political opener. I'm not in that stuff. So I told him, get off my line. I'm not in your politics thing. All I'm into is trying to help this society move on. So don't imagine I'm with you now, until because me and Delon have it. We're having a struggle over our survival as media people, not for you, Koigi. And so I'm not a politician. We have been my friend before your election. And many times he asked me to help with government. I said, no, I'm not a government guy. I like all of you. Traditionally, I'm not interested in all this thing about job, and not everybody wants to work.
But you've been making contribution in the private sector, and somebody believe that you can develop on that if you are given the opportunity to serve in government. You could lead, you could serve as Minister of Education. You have all of these ideas. It will help to reform.
I was been in government before. I'm doing debates across life.
But you are in the private sector and you are being strangulated. Now
No.
is not coming.
Well, I'm not strangulated as such. I hate to use that word. USAID is a global stuff that President Trump, who refused to make America great again, has taken its money and they've left. What we will urge our government to do is to put in some support to what we do. We haven't tried them, so I cannot claim here that we've been strangulated by anybody. No, I'm not. We are not. We were in Butu, spent around $3,000, big money, which could help my family build something, do stuff. But this country is greater than my family, so I like to contribute continuously.
How important is the issue of debate? Because nowadays we see that politicians themselves are not even interested. You said here, many of them will even want you to pay them for them to attend. So how is it important for me to go to debate? Maybe even the audience will now understand what's the importance.
And actually, only illiteracy can make somebody imagine that a debate is not good. A debate is the best thing. This is when you have the opportunity to talk to people in a balanced way. This is where you know, again, talk shows that you go to may have simply your supporters who call you. For example, if you like Belong, you Gonda, you call him and you'll talk here, you'll support you. But the debate is where everybody will meet. So at that point, you get to get your message across in a critical and easing ways. You could get supported and or proposed is good. So a debate, for example, Kwagru, who's won the election of Balie, who's the new opponent, had a good day. And they were arguing, they were debating right in front of the people. It was a good stuff at Butu town, very interesting. And so what is wrong with a debate? I remember when George Weah and didn't go to some of the debates, that every time something happened, they would say, but that's why you didn't go to debate, right? Now people are asking President Boakai there. He stayed away from the debate last. I can understand, older man now. There was a lot at stake. But a debate is a good thing to go to. So I'm glad to be helping. I hope to continue to have the money to do it. If not, I ask the government, nothing wrong with giving me government money. The only thing I will not take silence. And so if it can be made a law where you give me $10 or give us $10 and $5 to do the work for the good of the country, What is wrong with that? If the Americans can give money from their location to us, why can't the Liberian government do that for the good of the country?
So you've been on this high school base and all of that, quizzing and all of that. Schools are close, about to reopen. Is there any plan for the future?
Oh yeah, always have plans, but hinged on money. Money is the game. Because you see, you're gonna go to these schools, you are using vehicles. Luckily, I've got some of them. You're using money. The school don't even appreciate what you do for them. They ask you to pay for halls. They're very auditoriums. When you are helping them to build up education, they're asking you to pay. And so you go and pay them. They ask for $10,000, for example, and you make less than 10,000 if you were to even do ticketing. So what are we doing? I've been using my money in this country, getting nothing.
So what's the interest in all this?
I'm
You using your
Liberian.
money, you're not getting profit.
But that's just-
But if you are in Liberia, you deserve to survive. You got your family, you got everything. I've been to your place, you got your radio money that needs to be.
Well, that's very new.
Yes. You got they have to be elevated, you need money to do all of that. But you're using your money on the base and you're using your money on quizzing and you are not being appreciated.
Well, it's the other content that a lot of you don't get to produce. And what makes us unique is because we are different. And difference is key for virtuality in life. Anything you do should not necessarily be the best. It should be different. That is key to development. And people who do different things really get to move the word, to equip the word, to advance the word. And I feel by doing something different from what most people do, I'm helping this society. I'm glad to be able to do that. And by the way, it's passion. Since I don't like government thing, then where else should I go? So I like the people's thing. The people are in government though, in different sense. Again, but in this way, it's not structurally administrative. So I deal with the people who are more convivial, who are friendly, who do you more good. So I like it. And unfortunately, you are misunderstood. As long as you know for one of these political groupings, the other group would say, for example, former President George Weah would tell people, don't call him a friend. And somebody construes that to me, I'm a political friend.
Enjoying your money too.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm sure when other people took over, I'm sure they went all over the place looking for where to find what a jungle got $5 from a government. Interestingly, I don't do that. I had some offers like that, and I said, I don't work for the money, I don't want it. And that's me, stand my ground. And I always develop myself to get ready for life. So, no, I don't. I remember when I was in the advocacy for Fender, when President Weah and his team finally agreed that they wanted to pay off some money to the Fender victims. They called for a meeting and asked whether I could play a part in the distribution of the $1 million that they would give. And I told President Weah, no, I'm not interested. I only fought for them because I'm the people's guy, not in political sense. Since I fought, you are willing to pay them, give it to them. Interestingly, they give it to them. They have their own noise in their camp. I'm free. Nobody called my name, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like, once I put my hand inside and say, I smell $5, they're going to say, John Colley ate up the $1 million. Well, and luckily, I'm a free guy as always. I don't like people's thing. I like my thing.
With all of these commitments, transparency, the efforts and the passion and all of that, the love for country, some could sit and want to decide that it is better for you to take the helm of authority in the country. You don't think it's necessary for us to have a John Colley as a president?
No, I'm 56 today.
There are presidents who are 90 plus across Africa.
At 100, I would not want to be. I like what I do.
You are the people's guy, you call yourself.
Well,
Why
yeah.
can't the people themselves decide that, hey, we want this?
Not everything people want you to do, you do.
Oh, really?
You should have preference as a human being. Don't go by the wave. It's not a good thing to do. So you think I'm ready for presidency, but I think I'm not. I'm ready for senator. I think I'm not. I think that's what people at DeLon imagine. I want to be senator. They don't know I don't want to be.
What you think DeLon is?
DeLon is imagining that. That's why he gets so vexed because I say, my man, leave our part of the job with us. Be our senator. I'm his constituent. I'm a Monserrato person. I live in in Kersburg, where I work in Kersburg. I live in Pinsville. DeLon is Monserrato County Senator. He's my senator. We elected him to be our senator. He has never visited that place.
Kersburg?
You ever hear him take any tour of Monserrato? Have you heard it? Have you heard him go to, I told you, Goba Town, Yakpa Town, and the other side, what do you call it, Bumi area there, you know? Have you heard him do that since he won the election?
Not really.
All right. Those are the things.
But maybe he's doing so because
those are the things he should be busy with. As a leader, you can't necessarily do the big things for them, but the fact that they see you after election, it is important. DeLon, I knew long before election, like George Weah. Oman Bwaka, I knew long before election. He's my traditional uncle, Ngbande. He's kissing. We hold that tradition very strongly. And I'm a man of respect. That's me. I don't insult. Profanity is not my business. That your political profanity you're sharing all around the country. And I insult. That is why I made it my policy that people like Prophet Key will not appear on my radio.
Even on your
no, I mean, debate, and when he was almost about to run in Nimba, I called him that night and he answered me and I said, we're holding a debate in Nimba. We will invite you, but no profanity. If you do, you get outside. And I meant that. This guy's destroying our public space.
But he's whining and dining with the government as we setting the standard.
Well, I'm not to say that's up to them. And these are the things I tell government and not only the government, the opposition too. These guys take sides for who likes them and what they like to hear them say.
What do you think is doing to our country?
It's damaging. Look, a young man like you, all you know is that to become a good politician, you must cost somebody.
I don't know.
Well, that's what you know. That's what everybody else knows yet. So you call people, that's what all these talk shows are about. We started talk shows in this country. I started trends of events. First, Barney passed away on Taylor's radio, then I took it over. And it was simply about discussing the issues. Today, people get on radio and get insulted. People get up in the morning, grab one politician, attack him. No, that's not what talk shows are about. Talk shows are not about insulting. It's about bringing you, Gonda, and what your woman name? What's her name? And Promise together. Promise Gonda says this about you. What do you think? Gonda, here's Promise today that you've been talking about. This is what talk shows should be about, really. But people just get up, they don't say running podcast, and say educated both men like me. DeLon, I mean, you're talking to like that, so. You know what part of you I've been hustling for life and learning book and come by and sit down because I don't want to be senator, I don't want to be nothing. I will not be. You will not tempt me. If you are a good man, we'll vote for you again. You're not good, we'll kick you out. That's why elections happen.
So you spoke about him not being around the places you name and all of that. But on a general overall, maybe we'll
even Broad Street, you're not going to play beside going to a tire center to go and cost there too. You know, see on Broad Street standing and say, my people are finna winning.
So in terms of performance, besides the engagement, in terms of performance, how will you create him?
No, I'm not following him like that. One of the things I'm critical of is that he's not constituency savvy.
Okay.
He's not going to the communities to meet the people. I'm at Kersburg. If DeLon, he said, we're not telling his story. What kind of story do I tell about DeLon now? He has not been to my constituency. I own my radio. I run come on. I run one of the most set up institutions in Liberia, materially.
I know that.
Right? DeLon, I'm a big man in Liberia, he's my friend. Why DeLon not call me? Why DeLon was one of those people I contacted all my life to try to help the people offended. Why is DeLon not even calling?
What was his response?
Ask him if I were to grade him now, and I didn't we're talking about. Then he say you'll go pay for airtime to castigate me, to insult me. You already cussing me. Go ahead, brother. I don't cuss. If you cuss to win, I will not cuss for any reason. You are my leader. I respect you. I want to disagree that you are doing journalism in a bad, awkward, unprofessional, uneducated way you are doing it. That's what I'm saying. Reloader is a good, very good government program. Every government does that kind of stuff. And I support it. But I'm against Delon being the moderator. I'm against Mo Ali being the facilitator. I'm against Patrick Honda, a government worker, being a facilitator. They should hire you or anybody they like to run it so that they appear as guests. They should not be interviewing people. Who are they? They are unprofessional, uneducated.
But the ERBC is there. That should be doing.
Well, that's the point. So they should have that stuff on ERBC, facilitated, moderated by some of the journalists in there who are probably supportive of them. Their fear is, you see, when people do bad in life, then they get afraid of their own shadow. So they don't then trust nobody because they know how they came to power, men like him, based on a lot of lies.
Oh, you really think so?
I imagine that. Because he should be interviewed by us, not interviewing himself. What is he afraid of? I have been known to be a critical interviewer, one of the best in Africa. When we were interviewing people, they don't like, they were clapping for us. Why are they scared for us to talk to them?
Have you invited him before?
Well, yes.
What was his response?
Well, he came to our debate. And I like his performance there.
I saw you invited former President George Weah. I had conversation with him, live interview and all of that.
Where?
You could do something with Delon.
Well, Delon is welcome. We've just opened Radio Zimane, which is sweepingly on the way to all kinds of regulatory achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Radio Zimane will be a development radio. We'll push a lot of the things we do, the debates, the quizzing for the children, the national education, the agriculture. No, I'm not. They don't not feel timid. Don't get timidity in your sense of direction toward me. Delon, I am not going to do what you have done.
You will not take his job from him.
No, I don't want to be politician. I will remain journalist. Delon, maybe we equal in age almost. I believe that. Okay. He knows me for a very long time. This is just one time I disagree with him, and he felt like that. And Delon has disagreed with many people in the country. And we should be disagreeing all the time. Delon will keep disagreeing with you. He said he went to America to come back. He will pay the radio to get. When he come out, put one more noise down. Delon he criticized a car in this country. That you couldn't ride this kind of car, that kind of, the same car the government bought that you were criticizing, he took and rode it. You think that's serious matter?
Tickets and all lie to the public.
Well, he admitted to that. That's good. But look at the car Delon rode. Jordan Doe Sharif is the one that bought that car for. Delon said, I will not ride the car. Jordan ride it. I will not ride the car. The in-plane, the other one. Omer Boaka riding the other car. Blah, 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 blah. Then he gets there. The same car that the government bought is the one he took and rode.
So how you see that?
Isn't that a serious deception of the people?
So you think of men like Delon should not be anywhere near government power?
No, I don't think so. If he gets elected by the people as he's done.
But he's not coming to the table with sincerity.
Well, they could still vote him. Now, my own talking here, it does not mean that what you feel. It does not mean that what Promise feels. Maybe Promise still let Delon. If Delon gets voted, how am I supposed to say no, the people's choice will get away? If Delon gets voted, I respect him as I'm doing now, continuously. From here, maybe I'm coming to drive to his office to go see him. He let you see me. You don't see me, I'll go see VP Kuna, my man. Everybody, my friend, that time. VP Kuna, my man. Omen Boaka, my baby. Joe Weah, my man. I want nothing from these people, yeah? Joe Weah, well, he talks about his friendship with me, and I appreciate it. Ask him whether one day he gave me $1 Liberty Fund. He gave $1 million to the people of Fender. An advocate. Well, yes. And I appreciate that.
Someone say he did it because of you.
Fine. He should do more because of me. I hope Omen Boaka can go there because they broke that place. If you can do it because
that issue not been settled even after.
The people themselves got their own problem. They gave them $1 million. They have to account for how they divided the money. That's what they waited for. The Liberia. So if they have asked me to come back and say, listen, give me documents on how you distributed your money fairly so that I can begin to engage my uncle.
For another one.
Omen Boaka will listen to me. I can tell you that because I'm a man of good heart. I do good for the people without wanting anything. They don't then do good just because they want power. I don't want power and I'm doing good. They don't think about that. If you follow me, they don't, you will suffer. Me and that, I don't want business. You say, let argue, we argue. I ain't got no other job. The only time will not cost you, but we will argue. And you're the one, you're the one up at that, and I want nothing out of equal book, 200 that. Liberty.
So, Mr. Colley, you one person, I have known you for a little of time now. When it comes to sincerity, you're good at that.
I hope so.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, that's why
you like what I do.
And I like that. I'm gonna say this to you. I want you, though you've not been that person who always want to put mouth in politics, like you always said. But sincerely, the government should be running for the people. The government should be seeking the interest of the people. You've observed other governments in this country. You observing the current government. If we are to look at the promises made to Liberians and the current living conditions of Liberians under this government, putting aside maybe your uncle Buakai or the government.
But you can't put that one aside.
Okay, what's it? So what's your observation about the Buakai's administration?
One thing good in this country, we're not fighting war. And that is very excellent. Buakai is maintaining the peace. It's strategically important. Buakai is making some strides in some areas, which I must admit. For example, he's added on to what the former government started to imagine, the road thing. They are all. I like what is going on now. People are competing over development. That was not the case in Liberia. That today Buakai is saying, "Okay, I'm building the Southeast Road, and I'm adding on to this. I'm more road hero." Very good. They may not deliver to our expectation, but they will help us build the nation by doing that. I like the competition. So President Buakai is making some efforts too. Not as enough. And the word is upside down today. You know what Trump did to the word? Maybe wrong, maybe right, like a countryman. He withdrew US aid. We have depended on it. Liberia has been a begging country forever. That's huge. That is very huge. I understand anything around $400 million was being spent here annually. That's a lot of money. And to withdraw that, and this is Buakai's time, we must understand it's not going to be easy.
Past government had challenges. COVID-19 was around. Ukraine, Russia war.
Stop the comparison. We are moving on in the world. Every day that breaks, more people are born. In 1980, long before you were born, 79, we were 1.7, 1.9 billion people in the world. Today, we are 8.1 billion. China used to be the biggest population hub of the world. Today is India. So things are not the same. When we keep comparing, the other one was like that, these are not the same times. Things are not the same. There are more people here today. USA is gone. They were here yesterday. We have had its own challenges too. They make efforts. But in short, I want to say, look, times are going to be tough continuously because the world is moving. Technology has its own way of impacting the world negatively and positively. Liberia has its own struggles. I know there are some funny people in government all the time who take too much money for themselves. But generally, I think there are some efforts here to try to, for example, I like the cleaning that they are doing. They are cleaning Monrovia gradually. That's helpful.
So there are companies operating this.
Then I want to say something before. That about us journalists. I want to stay away from the government thing a lot because I'm not a politician. I told you. I just try to critique what's going on in our country for our good. Look, there was an argument. There's an argument now in the State Department report about the media being required to bring documents before they go to the mansion. What do you think about that?
You should be in a fair share.
No, actually, I interview you too. I'm a journalist. So yeah, I believe that people, their standards in all societies I believe that people who go around our leader should be checked security-wise.
Okay.
Nothing is wrong with that. What I don't agree with is the tax clearance thing. That man Bosman already paid tax for his institution. You go after his Bosman, not him, for tax clearance. But for security clearance, yes. Anybody assigned to the presidency of our country should be checked security-wise.
Time.
You could be an imposter.
Time is not always our friend in this business. So we got 9 minutes to be around here.
Right.
Yes, so we can take a few calls on 0776 104 104
So I
86.
want you to join me, appeal to the law so we can meet and discuss and start joking.
Okay.
He ain't got the time to fight me. I got the time to fight him.
All right.
I don't want to fight. I don't get time for
Okay, let's talk to who's in morning.
Thank you, Chairman Tika. Let me say a pleasant good morning to my big brother, my uncle in the studio, Mr. John Cole. Let me appreciate you so kindly for your analysis and independent opinion. I want to ask you, you've been around, you've gone to East in different parts of Liberia. For the last 18 years, I'm not talking about the 6 years of the full with President Stanley up to former President Weah, and now with President Butler. What are your impressions with the rule in relation to the rainy season at this time? What is your own impression?
Things are, let me answer you quickly. Yes. Things are improving. The roads are better, and you are right. I know the country in and out. Things are better than before. That's a fact.
Okay. That's a fight. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Dark Plateau. I feel so excited and so educated this morning by Mr. John Collins' presentation. I just want to highlight something that he.
I'm not professor.
I'm not going professor. Go ahead. Anyway.
No, I said, Mr. John.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and gonna look. There's a point I want to highlight. The point of national sanity.
Yeah.
He has lost.
Completely, man.
Mr. Collins is right. He mentioned the person who is supposed to be my representative. A simple requirement to that event. Come, but do not come with an insolent behavior on a platform like this. Very, very much national and globally respected. You get a photo to that. And people continue to reward people. During the days of our childhood, when people like Mr. Collins were our parents and raising us, the English they spoke was, rudeness cannot pay. That English has lost from Nigeria. Today, it's sad to say, but the United Party that enforced this man on our head in our district cannot justify what he is paid for. We are paying bad behavior, and he's right. All the sides are doing that. He did. Somebody will take picture with people that Prophet Key and transfer their valuable integrity to the Prophet Key.
Okay.
The real people, the black people are seeing themselves succeeding, and the good people are in the back. This is ugly, and the system is becoming insane and battle.
Thank you.
So I want to appreciate you for that.
Thank you. Let's talk to David King from this side. *255 *1#. Morning.
Yeah, morning, morning to the big brother, John Collins. John, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. Thank you. Thank
yeah,
God.
I am speaking for your little brother.
Oh, good to hear you, man. Good to hear you.
Yeah. You see, Mr. Collins, I know you for over 30 years, and I know how you have been. You and Fortan Duba, I know how far you people came with this entire radio business. Not talking about the young people today who are doing journalism, but you are a critical voice, and you believe in Liberia as a journalist. You put your country first. I think people need to be realistic whenever they are saying things about people like you pressing. They are Dillon. You all help to make Dillon what he is today. So for me to have heard him saying that you guys don't want to tell his story, go and start to fire Morphine. Yeah, he will always say, don't cry reload and say what they are saying. But how can you be a minister and a senator at the same time? You are there interviewing one another. Why can't you give the opportunity to the interviewer to interview? I think That's just what you were saying. You did not say that you don't have the right to appear on radio, but you cannot be the interviewer at the same time interviewing your colleague.
Okay.
Then we will not get anything. So that's what it is. First of all, my last question here to you is that I want to ask one question right now.
Go ahead quickly.
My question here to you, I want to ask you as to how the economy is right now. How is it in the period?
All right. Okay. How is the economy then?
I'm not an economist.
Let's talk to this person. Good morning. You always ready. Good morning, you live. Yeah, morning. We're coming to do another job before close up here this morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate the appearance of Mr. Collier on your radio, on your platform. But I think that one thing, another branch I answer it all, this thing, accurate, balance, and correct. So to you, just you need to know.
I didn't understand.
I did not.
I think you're trying to
say about the ABC.
The ABC. Oh, the law was wrong. You know that book.
Yeah. Morning.
The last one, which you see the clarity, they're not correctness.
Yeah. Morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Go ahead.
Well, you can answer me.
Morning. Good morning.
Okay, let me answer. They get no you. Morning, man.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, promise. My name is Carmen Kifo, calling from Fiamma.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Kwali, I want to tell you thank you so much. At least you made us to understand that the former president paid portion of this money for finance. Thank you so much for making that clarity. And I do say that you also pledge of a worker to be able to also come in because it's hard broken. The people are really ready for it.
Right. Go ahead, quickly.
Okay. Mr. Kwali, you told me ask the question and you said, now the road is better than before. How do you make up the living condition now? Because I always say things will not be like before. So meaning the past, if it was better now, it has to be worse, right? It goes to you, right? Because before the corporate war, like $50. They said to the Liberian people. My question is that they said to the Liberian people, for me, corporate will be $20 will no longer be $50. How to build a statement, fully the Liberian people to get for power, and now you are telling us that things will not be easy and will continue to be hard. That's my question.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Star 255 star 1#. Good morning.
Good morning. You guys make it hard to my woman calling. Are you with me?
Go ahead, Go ahead, boss.
Thank you. This is Wisha. My woman explained. And Mr. Colin, with Liberia, I don't know. People always support people that, that don't have to calculate that abuse people. Imagine when you will be surprised, Mr. Colin, and I think so you'll be surprised. Did you aware that your woman and you respect so much the current president, even if he does, you can call him out when you abuse people, because he does it. So, people that Waka must not be around or prophecy. Yes, the call back and say, man, before that time, where our people, yes, I was sorting. I saw Waka ready Yeke district, campaigning for Yeke. So, the president of endorsing people, abusing people. So I don't know who will be respected in this country.
Okay.
It's about don't waste your time. They're gone. That thing we just put it to survive. Don't waste your time. Don't even be free with them.
All right. I am my friend there. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You are our final caller. Then we'll go back to
and I want to say good morning to my uncle. This is someone I was calling on District 2 Mazarava County.
Right.
I propose appeal to my uncle. You target this space and life. You got so much people respect you in the country, including me. I follow you alive. They get the young people across the country. Pay your own money at people on the show that you run. People, even when I used to buy gas, we will take our time to raise our own money. I'm a living witness for the law that you made to go in the public space to be an argument between you and I beg you. No, let it grow and don't take nothing to be anything. I'm appeal to you. Thank you for the show. I wish you God bless you.
Thank you so kindly for your participation as well. Maybe we can just squeeze this one in. The calls will continue to come in. Morning.
Morning, Heka.
You're live. Go ahead. Privileged caller.
Yeah. Thank you, Heka. Good morning to my own people, John. That just one thing that actually pushed me to call. Why it is true that people, John, is somebody that every one of us in the country reach. Especially when it comes to his stance in national issues.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere that baffles me, his opinion about that things, are looking better than before. So I just want to say something.
Maybe you understand this different. You feel like when you say before, maybe you feel like George, we are administration.
No, and that's the point.
Yeah, it's
hello, little brother.
Hello.
Please.
Hello, Nigga.
Yeah, go ahead then. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. Especially when it comes to the road issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, in this country, I don't think Liberia is trying for grading just the roads. If it were so, then all the roads that we have in this country, I think you should have made it pay, you should have made all the dusted road pays in the country, and then we just leave it at that, and everything just be dusted.
Mm-hmm. So what's the disappointment? Please go ahead quickly because
John, we are thinking to himself that once the road is not beneficial, so he didn't necessary, to carry on as a payment.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
John is looking at dusted roads. He said the roads are better.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Listen to the callers.
That is the Liberian problem. They say you must not say good. Right?
Mm-hmm. So it's a restricted, maybe just this government because for me, what I
did not even say things are better. You asked about a road. You've been traveling across the country. How is the road? I said improving, better.
Unlike what it was years back.
Again, you must have implied that. I didn't say it will always be. In time, it's a healer. And what did I say? This was progressive. I said it is good news today. Now our leaders are competing over development. That Bouaka say, okay, Joe, we have stopped here. I'm going to continue, and it's continuing. So if Bouaka continues to build a road on the way to Ranjide, where I used to stop abroad there for weeks, and you don't stop there again, I'm better. I'm not told that one there, and the same problem in the country. So I must say, no, nothing has happened because somebody wants me to say. I used to be abroad there, you can't pass. The whole structure road between Broad and toward the bridge and all like that, you couldn't go. Today, you got pavement there. It was progressively from the Weah regime and it's continuing. Government is continuing to, little brothers. Just stop this apparent bitter agitation.
Finally.
I did not say generally, things are better. We're not going. It's the kind of
finally before we take leave.
No, I did not say that. I said incrementally things are improving from government to government.
Okay.
Ellen came here, the road from here to Banga was terrible. Ganta was terrible. She did it. Umona says she did it because somebody want me to say it today. For that, I don't want your job. I'm not looking for job to interest anybody. So I don't let the other one say, of course, you don't have to like what I say, but it's a fact that I can go through Broadella today with ease. So I shouldn't say that.
Just finally before we take leave of you, is there anything you want the public to know that we did not talk about?
I was thinking of some things that look like I've forgotten. So like I said about security thing, you journalists who get assignment at the mansion, you will get security people. Because you don't know who's going to be our president. You don't know whether that drug deal will be. The police should make sure, the security sector should make sure that Promise is a good character to work within our presidency. It's a good thing. But for the tax clearance, I don't agree with. Okay, now somebody who don't let that one come into and you let the other one. I'm forced to let what you let.
Okay. John O'Quarry is the executive director of the Liberian.
Director, don't put executive.
Okay, the director.
I'm a president again.
Right. He's the director of the Liberian Institute, Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative. Yes,
Liberian Media for Democratic Initiative.
I get connected quickly when I put the executive director there. That's why it is.
Wait a minute.
I got connected to the Liberian Institute, your LMDR, Liberian for Democratic Initiative. But that's why it is. So, LMDR boss has been our guest here this morning. It was nice that we had you there, our followers. Thanks to all of you for continuously following us here. Until we are back here, promise, it's another weekend. What's up?
Okay, so we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for listening to us. A big thanks to our guest, and he was, I don't know how to say, exceptional, right? So I've learned so much from him, and it's something that we all need to work on. So for those of you that are out there, he said it all, right? He said it all. Journalists don't have to say something that will only be in your favor. There are times that we will say it will be against you. It doesn't mean that we want to be biased. But howbeit, it was good being here with you guys, and we hope to see you next Friday. Have a blessed weekend.
Okay, have a blessed weekend. So until we are back here, Abu and I on Monday, this country will not burn. Liberia deserves better. I'm out of here, folks.